I'm Andrea Tapia, and just before I moved here to the TAM, I lived in Novato for 32 years in the same house. And before that, I was in the city for 25 years, and before that, I came from Philadelphia. The universe brought me here. I had no plans to make any changes in my life. My life was just fine, except that my husband was gone. And a few years after he was gone, I went to my, I call him my money guy, and, for a little check-in. And my money guy said to me, Andrea, you've been saving for a long time and you've never taken any money out. And, it's like time to start spending your money. And I said, oh, well, maybe I could travel first class now. And he said, no, I mean really spending your money. And then he went on to talk about moving into a place like this. And he showed me on his charts and graphs program, whatever, that I could actually afford to do this. And, for someone who saves all their lives, you just don't, you don't ever think you don't start spending. Anyway, so he says, well, what are you saving for? I should go back for that. He says, what are you saving for? You've been saving all this time. And I said, well, I'm saving for my old age. And he said, well, guess what, honey? And I said, oh, yeah, I guess I'm there, So then he started talking about these places, and he talked about how important he felt it was to make a decision like this while I was still young enough to make the decision and make my own choices and, like that. And so I really, it just resonated with me. And so within a half an hour between the time I left him and the time I got home, I was really pumped. And within days, I started looking at places. And within weeks, I chose this one. And within months, I moved in. I sold my house. I dismantled everything. I worked my butt off because I did most of it by myself. And, when things are meant to be, things fall into place. And that's what happened for me. And at the time that I moved in, there were places available. Yeah, so I really just feel like it was time, it was meant to be, and so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.